What's going on, guys? It is Royalty Crypto here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the PEPE coin because it's been a while since I've made a video on PEPE, and a lot has changed since then. We also are down 23% in the past 7 days, which in my opinion, guys, is really just giving us a fantastic generational buying opportunity for this coin. And I will get into that in a bit. Also, the second half of this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the crypto market as a whole and just a couple news stories from today that I want to share with you guys. And guys, this is a brand new channel, so if you haven't already, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's talk about this market. So as you can see, guys, we are experiencing much more red today, and a lot of you are very emotional. I can tell through the comments and on crypto Twitter and all that. And trust me, guys, I understand the frustration. It really does suck what's happened in the past month with crypto. I can't lie about that. But guys, you just basically have to play this market with whatever it throws at you, and that's exactly what I'm doing personally. I was hoping to be selling in November this year, at least a fraction of my portfolio, and I was hoping that we would be in extreme greed right now. But guys, we are in the complete opposite. We are basically in extreme fear. And whenever you're in extreme fear, you need to take advantage of it and be buying. Personally, guys, I am buying, and I will explain my strategy in the next couple of minutes, so definitely stay tuned for that. But before I get into that, guys, I did want to take a look at the PEPE chart. So as you can see here, it is the third most valuable meme coin. I don't count meme core. I believe it's a scam. And as you can see here, guys, PEPE, even on this terrible day, has nearly $750 million in total trading volume. That is one of the reasons why I love this coin and why I believe it is here to stay. And as you can see, it's significantly higher than SHIB, almost 3 times higher. And SHIB has double the market cap. And it is the third highest in total behind the official Trump coin. But the official Trump coin has a lot of flaws that I will not be getting into in this video. And when you take a look at the PEPE chart here, we are down towards some heavy resistance that we have at the 505 level. We have been here before. I know it doesn't look like it quite registered on this chart, but I remember some of the bearish periods that we had in 2024. We actually did touch these levels and bounce pretty hard off of them towards the upside. So we will have to see if that happens again. But regardless, guys, I do think that this level is a great place to be dollar cost averaging in. And personally, I did buy about 500 billion worth of PEPE coins yesterday. So a pretty heavy buy. Another thing that I wanted to add about the PEPE coin is I do believe that PEPE has staying power in this market. You know, a lot of the meme coins are just, fads that come and go, and you can't really rely on them being around for cycles to come. But the nice thing about PEPE coin, guys, it is a well-established meme that's been around since like the early 2000s. Everybody knows about it, and it has a lot of popularity in the crypto space as well. As you can see here, they almost have 500,000 unique holders, which is very substantial. So even if we were to go into a bear market, which I don't think we are, I do believe that PEPE will still be around next cycle and likely still have much more potential in years to come. So I do believe that PEPE coin actually has less risk than a lot of other meme coins in the market right now. Now let's talk about a PEPE price prediction. So I think PEPE has so much potential, especially from this level, and I could really see PEPE getting to, a 40 to 50 billion dollar market cap if we start to experience extreme euphoria in the market. Now, I know right now the crypto market is down so much that it feels like we will never get out of this, but guys, trust me, we've been here many times before and we always get out of it. So whenever we do finally flip bullish again and start to experience the extreme greed in the market, I think that best case scenario for PEPE is around a 40 to 50 billion dollar market cap. Now, if we don't get that high, it doesn't really matter to me because I'm going to start selling well before then. I personally plan on taking profits when different indicators are flashing in the market and when the fear and greed indicator starts to show that we are in greed. And if you guys are watching my channel, I will let you know personally when I think it's a good time to start selling. All right, guys, speaking of the crypto fear and greed index, let's take a look at it. So as you can see here, this hasn't officially updated to reflect the crazy dip that we've had today, but we are currently sitting at a 27. When this updates in about 3 hours, as long as the market doesn't start to, have a miraculous recovery or anything, I do believe we probably will be around 22 to 23, which means we are nearing the extreme fear levels in the market. Whenever we're in extreme fear, guys, historically, it has been a fantastic time to buy. Now, when you look at this fear and greed index chart, the last time we were in extreme greed was April 9th of 2025. This was the peak bottom during the Trump tariff situation that was going on in April. And if you would have bought then and then taken profits up here in greed, you would have made a substantial amount of money. And I don't see why this time will be any different. In fact, I do believe that there is less reason to be scared now than there was in April of 2025 because there's less uncertainty in my opinion. I think the main reason why we've seen so much fear in the crypto market is because there's so many people that just think that the 4-year cycle is always going to be true no matter what. But guys, I think that there is a lot of things showing us right now that the 4-year halving cycle is most likely dead or at least dying to where it won't be exactly the same this time around. And if you guys want more information on that, I made a video about it a couple of days ago, so feel free to check that out. All right, guys, let's move on to some different pieces of news from today. So as you can see here, guys, BlackRock is continuing to double down on their conviction for Bitcoin, as they have now officially launched a Bitcoin ETF in Australia. I know this might not seem like the most bullish news, but guys, when BlackRock is fully convinced that an asset like Bitcoin is going to continue to do well, they are going to continue to support it and continue to buy it. And I don't personally believe that they would ever let Bitcoin get down below $50,000 again. Because if Bitcoin ever did get that low, best believe they're going to start manipulating the market and buying a ton of Bitcoin. So this is good to see. All right, and then more news from today, and I actually did talk about this in my short from an hour ago or so. Jim Cramer says we are now officially in a bear market. So if you guys have been on crypto Twitter in the past year or so, most of you probably know that every time Jim Cramer says something, the opposite happens. Like I know he finally flipped bullish on Bitcoin when it was at like 125K. And sure enough, Bitcoin has gone into basically a mini bear market since then. So in my opinion, because of the fact that Jim Cramer is saying we are now in a bear market, the opposite is going to come true, and this is probably the bottom. Or if it's not the bottom, it is probably still a fantastic time to be buying. Guys, I don't know if Jim Cramer is just the worst trader of all time, or if people are like purposely like paying him to manipulate the market. Let me know what you think in the comment section, because it almost seems like too good or too bad to be true, the fact that he's wrong every single time, at least when it comes to crypto. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. All right, now I had to pull up the Bitcoin liquidation heat map to show you guys this. So right now, as you can see here, the red line is the amount of long leverage trades open in the market, and the green line is the amount of short leverage trades open in the market, and this is for Bitcoin. Guys, look at this. This is insane. There's over $5 billion worth of shorts currently open, and there is under 30 million in longs. This is on the 30-day. How insane is that, guys? This really does show me, or at least makes me believe, that we are likely going to start trending towards the upside again, because whenever there's this many people thinking something's going to happen in the market, they're almost always wrong. Think about it on the flip side, when Bitcoin was at 125,000 and every single person thought that Bitcoin was going to continue going higher and higher and that the altcoin season was about to start. And sure enough, everybody was wrong. So yeah, I just don't see how all of these people could possibly win, especially when we have whales and market makers that will definitely be targeting these shorts because they want obviously all these people to be liquidated so they can benefit from it for themselves. So definitely keep your eyes on this, guys. This is a very bullish thing in my opinion, not a bearish thing. All right, briefly, let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart here. So as you can see, Bitcoin is struggling to stay above $100,000 for the first time in a very, very long time. I believe today was actually the first time in 6 months that Bitcoin was below $100,000, which is crazy to think, especially if you've been, investing in Bitcoin for the past couple of years. I remember times when it seemed like 100,000 was never going to happen. And the fact that we've been above it for 6 months is very impressive to say the least. So yeah, I mean, I can't say that this chart looks bullish by any means, guys. And there is definitely a chance we could continue to dip on crypto. I'm not arguing that whatsoever. I mean, I think it's probably likely at this point that Bitcoin will go down to 92,000. However, none of us know that for sure. And the lower we dip, the more likely it is that Bitcoin is going to find a bottom. So personally, guys, I'm taking advantage of these prices because in the long run, it won't matter if you bought Bitcoin at 100,000 or 95,000. Because I believe it will be at $1 million within the next 5 to 10 years. And of course, Ethereum is struggling because Bitcoin's struggling. So as you can see here, Ethereum is down to 3,200, which is very unfortunate to see because it really did seem like Ethereum was finally going to break into the $5,000 range just a few months ago. But regardless, guys, if Bitcoin can find a bottom here and start to trend towards the upside, then Ethereum is going to be just fine, and this could be actually a fantastic buying opportunity for ETH. But alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you guys aren't being affected by this too much emotionally. If you are, then just, turn off the monitor, stop looking at the crypto prices for the next couple of weeks. This will all be over soon, in my opinion. So just go enjoy your life, do something outside of crypto. I think that is very important in times like this. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.